Alright, here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. And I didn't realize this wasn't common knowledge until my boys asked me. The question was, who makes styrofoam packing peanuts? I was taken aback because I got explained to them styrofoam packing peanuts are not made or created. They're actually grown. Um, what they actually are from the styrofoam peanut plant. And you can find the, the remnants of these plants everywhere. One of the places you can find these is during Mardi Gras. A large part of Mardi Gras is made possible because of this plant, and it's because of the beads that people put out. Those little plastic beads are actually styrofoam packing peanut seeds. And what you do with these seeds is it's very scientific on how it's done. They have to be planted about an inch in the ground, right? Almost precisely an inch. Any higher, the sun will deteriorate the seed, and any deeper, it can't get enough nutrients to grow. So they got to plant it exactly an inch. And the weird part next is they have to get urine to cover the whole field. And that urine soaks down in the ground, breaks down that plastic coating on that seed that enables it to eventually sprout. When it sprouts, it grows. The fruit or the nut, if you will, is harvested, and that is where they get styrofoam packing peanuts. Fact. Okay, so another little bit of information is around the Fig Newton, right? Which was one of Dylan and Dalton's favorite snacks growing up. And they were wanting to know one time about, were they named after Isaac Newton? And I'm like, man, these kids really aren't learning in school. So I had to explain to them that the Fig Newton was created in 1891 in Massachusetts by a great nephew. I don't know how many greats. The kid was pretty good. He was great, right? So, but his name was Figaro Newton, nicknamed Fig for short. And he had a bakery that he owned in Massachusetts. Well, about that time, a financial disaster hit that part of the country. I mean, inflation was outrageous. Farming was terrible. Being able to get equipment, supplies, anything was almost impossible. So to help support his family and to help the local community, he started making these little fruit-filled snacks. And as he sold them, people ate them, they loved them, and they would go around, saying, hey, have you been to Fig Newton's? Hey, have you seen Fig Newton? Hey, have you? So eventually these little snacks were called the Fig Newtons, named after the long lost relative of Isaac Newton. Wouldn't lie to you. If I tell you that tomorrow's Easter, you dye your eggs tonight, because that is solid facts. Okay. Now for this little family secret that had come out into the garage, something a lot of people don't like to talk about, right? But, true story. Got a nephew, Logan, right? One time, accidentally, by me, found out how he became part of the family. So as it was, we were sitting around talking about, this or that, and he mentioned a Cody, and I kind of looked at him, and I'm like, man, what do you know about Cody's? And he was like, well, Cody is a dog, it's a type of dog is about this tall and it's real hairy. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. First of all, you don't know what a Cody is. He's like, he tried to, real firm. I know what a Cody is. So I had to break it down to him and say, look, you don't know what a Cody is. A Cody is actually somebody who smuggles people from across the border, from Mexico to the United States, which is how you got here. Your mama had to trade you for a watermelon, and that's how he became a part of the family. Of course, it was a shock to hear something like that, So he cried a little bit, and I had him go ask his grandma so she could tell him that it was true. Of course, she lied, told him it wasn't true. But I promise you, wouldn't lie to you. Trust me on this one. Cody, smuggled in, traded for a watermelon. Facts. So, here's something someone brought up the other day, talking about styrofoam peanuts. And it was like, how would you even know what a styrofoam peanut plant looked like? Pretty good question. If you're from the north, I'd imagine. But here in the south, you would think a lot of people know what styrofoam peanut plant would look like. It looks very similar, like almost identical to a cotton plant. You drive by and you see these big fields out there, and they're just white as could be. And a lot of people, oh man, look at that pretty cotton. Well, sometimes that's not cotton, it's styrofoam peanut plant. But the nut or the styrofoam peanut is encased in a husk that is covered with a cotton-like material. I mean, very common. I mean, you can almost tell the difference. A lot of people will call that cotton gin. That's on top of it. So when they harvest the peanut, they'll also take this cotton gin. You'll hear a lot of people talk about the cotton gin, taking this to the cotton gin. Eli Whitney, he invented the cotton gin. And it's not so much that he invented the cotton gin, because the cotton gin is the cotton-like material on top of in that husk that covers the peanut. What they do though is they process that into a liquid, into gin. Not just any type of gin. Mind you that much like cotton is very absorbent, and it's used to to soak stuff up, to dry things up, and that keeps that it keeps that same type of quality even to the liquid, where it get your mouth dry. So that is where dry gin comes from. So you have your gin alcohol made from something totally different, then you'll have your dry gin made out of cotton gin by that cotton husk. So the plant is very versatile. So not only did you get your styrofoam peanuts, but you also get your dry gin from there also. That's true. Right hand up. Maybe. But it is true. Trust me.